Way down top! Hurry, way down top!
Yo, welcome everyone. My name is Ben Walton. I'm a software engineer. Let me take you guys through a day in my life and also show you how I use AI throughout my day. This week I've been working on a design for a new project coming up. During this process, I've been using AI agents like Cursor and Claude to generate you diagrams once you have a good idea of what you want the architecture to look like. That saves a lot of time instead of having to go through like an online site and having to generate like a sequence diagram or just like general architecture diagram. Also, we write our designs in Google Docs, and Gemini is integrated with Google Docs. I haven't found Gemini to be too great of actually like being able to create you tables or any diagrams or stuff like that, but just like if you wanted to improve your writing quality, basically like tell it to make this sound better, or you can give it like a list of bullet points and tell it to write a paragraph.
Hey, good morning, Chief.
Good boy. When you're using these AI coding agents, you need to make sure you ask them to make a plan first and then make edits to the plan before they start coding. That definitely helps them from straying off from stuff you didn't ask for. Also, make sure the AI is creating documentation for itself. Outside of the tab autocomplete that Cursor has, I haven't found too many great use cases for the agent. We operate by just creating like small tickets, so it's really hard to be efficient with just using the agent to do the ticket because the tickets are already so small, so you can go in and make the change yourself. One thing I'm working on now for my team is how can we best give AI the context it needs to work in our repositories. Right now I'm using Claude to summarize what our dependent service is doing. So this is going to impact the design I come up with. So I'm using Claude to just quickly be able to figure out what I want instead of me having to go through all the code. Alright, to end off this video, I want to show you guys a use case where AI really excels. I wanted to build a website to help YouTube creators generate ideas and just help build out their channel when they're getting started. So right now I'm just finding similar channels to mine. You can essentially compare your stuff to your competitors here. It'll download all their videos, grab the video transcript, and then summarize their video. Also has details on like views, likes, comments, stuff like that. Once the videos are processed, you can ask it a bunch of questions like, you know, what are their strengths compared to my videos? You can ask it to generate video ideas. And this is all just like the data's fed into LLM and then it generates the output here. So if we just ask it to like generate video ideas here, it outputs all this with like an idea behind the video too, not just the title. It's pretty cool. Everything you see on the UI here, like all the front end was built with AI in like an hour or two. I did all the back end myself. So I'll just show you how I was able to get this to work with AI. So it should already be good with generating front ends because there's just so much code online for that. But what I found helpful was having a README for each like piece of your code. Like for the front end, I would have just like a general README of how it's structured and stuff like that. That way the AI can keep using that context for how you want stuff structured and where everything's located. What I also did was I gave it requirements of what I wanted on the UI and then asked it to generate me an implementation plan in a markdown file, and then I would go in and edit the markdown file specifically for what I wanted. Right now I haven't deployed this anywhere, but if you're interested, let me know down in the comments and I can look into that. I think I'm gonna wrap the video up here though. Appreciate everyone watching. See you in the next one.